Okay, so streams still having the problems it was having on yesterday. Still seeing constant quality drops. So I think if it does break down, if the stream crashes, then I probably will just cut the stream and then try to pick this back up on Tuesday because it seems like whatever problems that are happening are still happening. And I don't know, I don't know what's causing it. Pokemaster Q says no gas shots about. Oh man, I can't afford any gas shots right now. It says or been playing any games from 1997. Well, I'm playing this one, which is from 1998. Does that count? See, I'm gonna try to see. See, I'm gonna try to stream. I want to try to stream for 4 hours today to make up for lack of for having to end the stream early. Um, for having to end the stream early yesterday, but hmm. Yeah, I don't know if the stream. I don't know if this game's gonna let me do that. Or not this game. I mean this stream. I might actually just if this stream doesn't work, then I might just restart back where I was at this very moment the next time I'm able to play this. It's a shame because I'm having a lot of fun with this game and I would like to keep playing it. Well, I am going to keep playing it, but I'd like to be able to stream it. So, if so, for those who haven't seen me do this, I'm playing through Resident Evil 2 for the first time. I spent around Brawloween. I have a tradition of always playing a. I have a tradition of playing a Resident Evil game for the first time because I'm kind of a new fan to the Resident Evil series. And this year decided to play through the original PS1 trilogy of games. So the original Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3 on a PS1. Already played through Resident Evil 1. Currently playing through Resident Evil 2, and then I'm gonna try to play through Resident Evil 3. Yeah, this stream is really just to make up for lost time on because yesterday's stream kept cutting out, and so I had to cut and end it early. So it was only about 4 hours instead of the 8 I wanted it to be. So I'm gonna try to stream for about 4 hours today to make up for lost time. But we shall have to see. Seems like I'm still having a lot of problems. Okay, Mouse Cube says, then you may be dealing with an invasion by the wicked Electric Kingdom Neziraja, the villains from Mega Ranger who are from a video game. Don't be bothering someone else. I feel like they're really not going to get a lot from me. There's a lot. There's a lot of other people they could be targeting besides me that they could get a lot more from. I don't even have. I don't even have like I don't even have a toy gun. I don't even have a toy gun, or I don't even have a toy belt, toy wristwatch, or toy gun that will let me transform into a that will let me transform into a superpowered form and give me vaguely elemental or animal themed powers. Oh, good, the bodies are gone. You take the small key? Yes. Okay, so I've got that key as well. Ow, that's right. Um, well, I guess I better use this key. There was that one door in the library. Let me actually see if I can maybe go, well, there was that one drawer in the library. Maybe Claire couldn't open that drawer, but maybe Leon can. Yeah, I don't know how long this is gonna hold, but I'm gonna try to make up for lost time. So that means this stream will only be about 4 hours long. Also, okay, just take a second to confirm. For anyone here who's not subbed, or for anyone here who's not subbed to the channel, do y'all see? Oh, wait, just damn it, it's happening again. Wait, hold on. Okay, it's still functioning. Okay, what I was about to say is for anyone who is not sub to the channel, have y'all been seeing any ads during the streams? Or have y'all been like have any ads cut off the streams, or have y'all been able to watch the stream without being interrupted by ads? Okay, let me get to that in the meantime. Let me try and get to that library. I think I killed all the zombies around here, so I should have to deal with them. Pokemon Q says I run an ad block, so okay. I'm asking because I tried to turn ads off on Twitch, but I'm not sure if it worked. I'm not sure if it worked because well, like a long time ago, I turned ads off on Twitch, but I don't really know if it's worked because well, I is locked to use a small key yet. You take the handgun parts? Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know if it's worked just because I'm subbed to my own channel. I wouldn't encounter ads on my own channel. Maybe I could try loading up a. Hold on, I'm gonna try something just for a second. Let me try to watch my own stream from a guest profile. Wait. No, I told you to mute that site. Told you to mute that site, Google. Hmm. Also, it is a little funny that you are. It is a little funny that you are asking me for or trying to recommend all these Digimon themed solutions uh to my streaming woes on Pokemon View because I ha- 'cause I really desperately want to play Mega uh Digimon Story Time Stranger, but because I'm unemployed, can't get it right now. I'm gonna have to wait until I can get a. I'm gonna have to wait until I can get a paycheck from a new job. Hmm. It's about to break down. Oh, damn it. Okay. Yeah, I think the stream might break down. I don't know if it's gonna. I think it's at some point it's gonna disconnect, and if that happens, I'll probably just have to end it and just like try to figure out a way to make up for lost time next week. Pokemon Massachusetts, I'm just grinding out on that right now. that is that ended up going from a game I didn't really think much about to being one of my most like one of the games I want to play the most. Okay, Master Tips, you had a thought on who you would start with and pathing them on who you would go with. I will probably would just like go. What I'd probably just do is like the last time I tried to play a Digimon game, is just try to get like try to just see all the Digimon. Because I remember some, I haven't seen a Digimon show in a long time, but I remember some Digimon from some of the older seasons that I did see, like Guilmon and Renamon from Tamers, and Terriermon from Tamers, and like Angel Woman and Angelmon and Angel Woman from the original show. So I'd be trying to get those, but then I'd also just be experimenting to see like what Digimon I could get. Because there's like over 400 Digimon on that game, and I really could only name like I could probably name 10 Digimon off the top of my head. Yeah, I could probably name 10 Digimon off the top of my head. Okay, Mascus says, well, Patamon and Gomamon are two your starter option. Oh no, I know about that. I did play like the first part of the demo. I did play the first part of the demo because that was that was available and I was interested in it. Let me make this second save right here. Yeah, off the top of my head, well, actually, maybe 20. Okay, 10 to 20 Digimon I could name off the top of my head. Um, Agumon, the little orange dinosaur from the original series. Gabumon, who's like the blue and white fuzzy one from the original series. Then there's Greymon and Garurumon, which are like those evolved forms. One's a big dinosaur, one's a big orange dinosaur, and then the other's like a big wolf. Then War Greymon, which is like the final form of Greymon, and is like a dinosaur person. Then let's see. Here, I'm gonna pause while I think about this. This also give me a chance to take a look at check the stream quality. Then there's also Were Garurumon. I know that one because it's a werewolf. I know that one because it's a werewolf. Um, Angemon, because that one's an angel. Atamon, of course, is like the little orange guy with ear wings. Then there's Angel Woman, who's angel angel but woman, angel but woman. And then there's Guilmon, a red dinosaur from Tamers. Renamon, um, everyone's favorite, everyone's favorite fox from Tamers. Terriermon, who's that little tiny white and green one with the big floppy ears, from Tamers. Then there's Vmon from the second show. I remember Vmon. There's like a little blue, not kind of dinosaur looking guy. Then there is I know Justamon. I know Justamon because my friends who are like Digimon a lot have made sure to let me know about Justamon, who is basically just a common writer. Then I know about Mervamon because of course I was gonna find out about the Amazon warrior lady Digimon with a giant sword. That one I knew that one I was gonna find out. There was no way I couldn't find out about Mervamon. And then there's I know Shoutmon, who is one of the Digimon from one of the latter seasons and is like a musical dinosaur. I know about Gatomon, the Catwoman. I know about Gatomon. Um, then Biomon, like the pink little bird from the original show. I think that's up to about 13. And then Gomamon, the little white seal from the original show. And oh, Demi Devimon, because I played the because I played Demi Devimon because I played the demo for time streams and I found out about them from there. Uh, Lady Devimon because any because a lot of people like to talk about a lot of people like to talk about Lady Angelmon and Lady Devimon in the same sense. And I also know about Impmon because they're from Tamers. That's about 17. I know about Beelstarmon because that's another one that's another one that's very popular. And I think that's it. About yeah, 18. Lucky Mascu says, well, in fairness, Minervamon is one of the Olympus 12, who are the main focus of Time Street, so it's going to be hard not to learn of Amazon Snake Lady there. Oh, I knew about Minervamon and Merv. Oh, well, I did. Okay, I did know about Minervamon, who's the pre-evolution of Mervamon. I knew about Minervamon and Mervamon before before I played the demo for Time Stranger. Okay, it seems like yeah, it seems like now if anybody who's watching this who isn't subbed to the channel would like to confirm for me just to make sure. Yeah, I'm just see. Let me know if you see any ads while watching my stream because I have ads turned off. Or I've changed my settings on Twitch. I've changed my channel settings on Twitch to try and turn ads off so that nobody has to see any ads. But I don't know if it's fully worked. Okay, I need to think about where I need to go next. Okay, that's right. There's those two doors there. Let me go. Oh, wait, I gotta go. If I go down to the first floor, I gotta deal with all those zombies, so. I guess I can try that. Yeah, I guess I can try that. There's a reason I'm getting to. Also a reason I'm bringing this up now, but I want to wait to talk about it until I know the stream's gonna hold together. It's kind of important. Well, not kind of, it is important. Yeah, if you're just coming in, sorry for the bad stream quality. This is the stream. I'm streaming today because I had to end yesterday's stream early because the stream quality dropped sharply and it kept disconnecting. And I was hoping that if I was gonna try to like stream 4 hours today to kind of make up for like missing half a stream yesterday because of the quality issues. But it seems to be having yeah, Twitch and well, I don't know if it's Twitch or my internet or OBS. I don't know what's causing it, but it's having the same issues. So hmm. Also, even if I like, if it does start to have too many issues, if the stream does start to have too many issues, then I'll probably have to cut. Like, if it disconnects, I'll probably have to. I'll probably go ahead and stop the stream there because that's a good sign that it's not going to get. That's a sign that it's not going to get any better. And if and I can't really. 4 hours is like the longest I could stream today because I do have some job interviews tomorrow that I need to be ready for. I'm really only doing this today just because well the stream did or like have to end like really early yesterday, and I wanted to make up for lost time. No, oh they're right there. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, get as far as the Digimon. Okay, I think I might have mentioned Gekomon, which is I'm not sure if I mentioned Gekomon, which is the one from the newest season. That is one I know about because I seeing Gekomon has made me interested enough to consider watching the new Digimon series because I like that. Just looks like a little creature, and it just looks like a dumb like a silly little creature, and I like that. Hmm. Pokemon says, well, the game doesn't really use any Digimon from after Rose Wars, aside from a couple of special cases, so much you may recognize even if you don't remember the names of them. Alright, well, let me just go ahead and combine this. Okay, it seems like, yeah, it seems like no, yeah, okay, it seems like no ads, so. Yeah, let me try. See, I'm sorry, we might, I, if things end really early, I might just not even save this progress and just restart this all over again once I replay through, once I return to this game next, because, Pokemon Master says Beat Break has been good for his first 3 episodes. Well, that reminds me, I do need to catch up on Zets. I need to catch up, like, I've recently, because of, like, needing to apply, because of, like, what's been happening, for those who haven't heard, basically, uh, for, for those who haven't heard, basically, um, so, like, as y'all might know, I'm currently unemployed and been looking for a new job. Well, if I don't have a new job set up by the end of October, I might have to move in with my parents, because it's impossible for me to pay for the it's impossible for me to pay for it's impossible for me to, like, to pay the bills that allow me to stay in this house while also paying for student loans, which are also going to be, I'm going to have to start paying student loans in November. And unless I get a job, it's going to be impossible for me to pay housing bills and also pay off student loans while without having a job. So, I do have like 3 job interviews. I already had one, and I'm just waiting to hear back from them. And I've got like 2 more, like on tomorrow. But if I'm not accepted by either of those 3 jobs, then that means that I'm gonna have to temporarily move back home. And I'll still try to stream from there, but it is gonna very much affect how things go. So, like I've been saying, any donations are appreciated. Um, if you're unable to donate or don't feel, or if you're unable to donate or don't feel like donating, I understand. That's fine. But they do help out. It does help out right now. But because of that, because I've been scrambling to find new jobs, I haven't been able to watch Zets episode 5, 6, and 7. From what I've seen so far, to answer your question, there, Pokemon Cube. From what I've seen of Zet so far, I am liking it. And part of that I think is just because it's not, it's a, it's a simple series, Common Rider series overall. It's not doing anything like it's not standing out as much as Kamen Rider Gav did, as a series like Kamen Rider Gav did. However, being just a but it's got enough stuff unique to it, like how it handles the dream scenarios. It's got enough to unique to it, like how it handles the dream scenarios, and like the different and the fight choreography and the music. That it's a that it's been a good series overall so far. It's been a good series overall so far. And then when you add into like the just the simple thing of that it's now like it's being simulcasted. It's being simulcasted in like English and Japanese, and the VODs are now available. Well, like this, the episodes are now or have been made available to watch. The episodes have been made are now available to watch after they are streamed. It's it's already done a lot for like getting people to watch Kamen Rider. Like there are so many people I know who've like never watched the series who are getting into it just because Zets is like easily available. Which gee, what a shock. Turns out gee, what a shock. That's right, Toei. It turns out all you needed to do to make a bunch of money off of Kamen Rider was just make it easily available. Just make the new episodes easily available. Dang, this is really effective. It uses up a lot of ammunition, but it's really effective. You take handgun bullets? Okay. That takes up all my inventory space. I do still need to go back and restart Gav because basically, like, all this stuff with, like, me getting unemployed and having to scramble to find a new job, I've basically been under a time limit to find it's not just that I've been unemployed, it's that I've been under a time limit to find a new job since I started being unemployed. Especially and because of that, I ended up having to like not being able to watch Gav for like the latter half of its show. And so because of that, I do plan to restart that season and watch it from the beginning when I get the chance. Pokemon Master Cube says the simple approach is probably because this international approach don't want to overwhelm the world. I mean, it's like they're basically just doing like a common right, like a standard common writer season, monster of the week, like 2 episodes. Devote like every monster of the week gets like 2 episodes to like. So there's like the first episode that kind of ends on a cliffhanger. Second episode kind of like ends the thing with the monster, and it's like it's what a lot of common writer series do, but because it's common writer and it's got like the production value, it's got like the good effects and production value that Toei produced Tokusatsu have. Um, it's working really well, and I can already see that people are really enjoying it. It's basically it's being a common writer season. It's being a common writer season while not being too different from that, while not deviating too much from that. And because it is that, people are really liking it. Or new viewers are really liking it. Oh wait, did the stream just go down? Did it just did it just shut down? I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's that. Gosh dang it! Is it? Pokemon Master says it's still here. Okay. All right. Let me just. Okay. Let me put away. Let me stow away this plug. Hmm. Yeah. Let me stow away this plug, and then I will. Um. Okay, I think it's still. I think it's functioning now. So I do. There is something. Just getting into like why I was asking about. Let me make sure the stream holds together for this. But there is something I wanted to say. Very important. I wanted to talk about the channel. If the stream will let me. Yeah, if the Twitch connection will let me. There's something really important I want to talk about. But hold on. Okay, I think it's holding together for right now. Okay. Um, basically, what I wanted to say is that I'm gonna make a pledge right now, and I want y'all to hold me to this in the future. And I'm gonna make a pledge right now, and I want y'all to hold me to this in the future. Um, Never going to TwitchCon, and I would strong. And normally, when I make like something like this, when I do like boycott something, I just say that this is just something I'm gonna do. This is one time where I would actually strongly encourage everyone watching this to uh, never consider going to TwitchCon. I'm not sure if any of y'all like after the stream failed yesterday. I went to go check out Blue Sky and see how things were going while I was streaming, and found out that Apparently, one of the top Twitch stream, apparently one of the top female Twitch streamers, Emiru, she was sexually assaulted at TwitchCon, as in like a guy like while she was doing a meet and greet, a guy came up and like tried to kiss her, without a permission, tried to grab her and kiss her without a permission, and her security got the guy away from her, but Twitch's security at the event didn't really do anything. Like they didn't really like the guy was allowed to just walk away, and he wasn't like top, and he wasn't like they didn't go try to find him and catch him until like later. And from what Emiru said about the event, Twitch only really did like made the effort to catch this guy and to do something because someone was taking a video of the guy trying to do this and they posted it online. So first of all, that's really fucking scummy behavior from Twitch that they just that one of their top streamers got assaulted at their convention and they didn't just immediately try to get the guy and take it and have him sent and call the police to arrest him. Um Also really bad that they just tried to like shove it under the rug, and if it wasn't for that guy posting a video they wouldn't have mentioned it. I do recommend watching Emiru's video. Like, there's a video, Emiru's stream or video that she herself going into the situation, because she makes a very good point, and this is part of the reason. Like, part of the reason why I'm pledging right now to never go to TwitchCon and would encourage anyone to never go to TwitchCon themselves is because of what happened to her. Is because of what happened to her there and Twitch's reaction to it. But there's something Emiru said when she was talking about the situation is that like she was one of the she's one like she herself said, if I'm one of the top female streamers on Twitch and this happened to me, there's no telling how many other people like that went to TwitchCon that this happened to and they weren't able to speak out about it because just Twitch didn't really pay attention. Twitch didn't really pay attention. Twitch didn't try to pay attention, and they didn't have a big enough audience to notice it happening. And that's also why I was asking, like, to make sure that to make sure that I don't have ads turned on, or that y'all don't have to see ads. I've been having that for some time, just because I get the whole thing of I don't blame any streamer that does have ads on their Twitch streams, because it's a way to like it encourages subs, which is a way for streamers to get money. Um, but just to but really, I don't have ads on my streams for two reasons. One of them is just because I know I'm not going to have a lot of subscribers. I know that I'm not. I'm under no. I know I'm not. I don't know if I'll ever have. I don't know if I'll ever have more than. I don't know if I'll ever reach like 100. Well, I think I might have reached 100 subscribers once, but I don't know if I'll ever reach that again. And so, in my mind, it's actually much. I actually like, and also I realize that a lot of people don't have the money. Um, don't have the money to like sub to a channel, or like don't have the money. Yeah, don't have the money to sub to a channel. And so, in that case, I'd rather like streams are easily available for like, y'all to watch, and like y'all are able to talk to me in case y'all want to say something, and I'm able to respond back. I'm able to respond back, and y'all can catch what I say, rather than like rather than like the extra money on top of that. And then the second reason is that like my problems with how my problems with Twitch as a platform, like for stuff like this, like stuff like what happened at TwitchCon. That's right, I need the club key for this. Okay, I need the club key for this. Let me see if there's any other rooms I could go around. Like, I'm still gonna maintain streaming on Twitch unless they do something. Unless it reaches a breaking point where I'm just like, I can't keep going with this platform. I have to stop. I'm gonna keep streaming on Twitch because one, that is where most of the people who watch the streams watch them, which is understandable. I kind of set my channel up for that. But also just because for some of the people, I talk about like important stuff like this or current events a lot, and some people, and I like to keep people informed about stuff, and some people like they only like they might only find out about this because they watched the Twitch stream I'm doing of it. They might not they might not follow me on Blue Sky or or be a part of the Discord or watch the YouTube version of this. So watching the Twitch stream might be the only way they know about this. Because that's just the easiest way for them to get that's just the easiest way for them to watch. But so I kind of have to stream on Twitch. However, uh I can make sure they don't get any ads off of me. Or at least try to. That's what I try to do. It does look like that's how the stream is working. It does look like the stream is actually functioning and nobody's seeing any ads, but yeah, that's what I'm seeing from this guest profile version of it. But Pokemon Askew says, speaking of boycotts, you adding EA to your list now? I just might. If I did see all that of EA being bought out by a Saudi Arabian company, or it might even be like the Saudi Arabian government itself. I forget exactly who it was, but I did see that, and I already don't really play many games from EA already, just because they don't have a lot of games that interest me. Can I? Okay, so I need to find the club key. Where is that? Well, let me try to go through that one door and use the heart key. I already don't really play a lot of games made by EA just because they don't interest me. But if EA does come out and announce that, oh, we made this game, if EA releases a game that says oh, we're not made by, well, this was made using generative AI, then yeah, I'm not buying it. I'm not giving a Pokemon Askew, so it's 3 owners: the Saudi investment firm Jared Kushner, Trump's son-in-law, and an investment firm co-owned by Andrew Wilson. I think I'd say that I don't think I'll give a specific I'm gonna boycott all EA games immediately right now. Because sorry, just because for one thing, I guess I'll equip this. Yeah, just works a bit better for me. Because for one thing, oh wait. Did the stream just shut down? Sorry, I had to check to make sure the stream was shutting down. Okay, because for one thing, this might all backfire before it happens. For example, already the reaction to EA, EA's being bought out by that Saudi investment firm and Jared Kushner, it's already had such a negative reaction. It's already had such a negative reaction that the backlash might already cause something. And second, Pokemon Askew says, it will take you a few years before anything noticeable. Yeah, because of that, EA might end up, because of this whole oh, we're gonna kick out all our workers and try to replace them with AI. That might actually kill the company before it does anything. That is such a foolish and there are so many things that could happen before that. OpenAI could shut down, which will hopefully happen soon. If they shut down, if any of these big generative AI chatbots shut down before EA can make one of these games using generative AI, well then that's it. Well then that might take down the whole company. So basically, I think I'd say, oh, I just went the wrong way. Sorry, I just went the wrong way, but I would say just for right now that yeah, just consider it ahead of time that I probably won't be playing any games from EA. I already wasn't. I already wasn't. I already wasn't playing any games, but and I didn't really have any and I can't really think of any I had interest in. I had any. I can't really think of any that I've had interest in. Oh, this is the wrong door. Yeah, I can't really think of any that I have interest in. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on any games they announce. We'll keep an eye on any games they announce, and if they and as soon as they say, "Oh yeah, we use generative AI to make this," it's like, okay, no, not playing that. Oh, I'm in this hallway, so there's a lot of zombies around here. That's right, because they broke in through the windows. There's a lot of zombies here. Oh jeez. Yep. Okay, let me take that. Okay, Q says, despite the problems around the reputation of the Saudi investment firm, they have ties in most of the entertainment industry and sports world, but are relatively hands-off unless something is wrong with that company. Not defending them, just an observation about their behavior. But it's just getting back to it. The reason why, if I'm sounding like non-committal, the reason is because, well, EA as a company, with this decision, it is entirely possible that EA as a company dies before they make, like, just collapses before any video games are made, or or even by the time like their first video game, like they release their first video game with this new model, and it fails so hard, that the company just collapses. Okay, out of shotgun ammo. I got only 6 shells for this left. Best best if I avoid using my magnum. It's locked. A club is etched under the keyhole. Oh, okay. Yes. Okay. Oh my gosh. This is messing up so much. It's really yeah. The stream is messing up so much. It's really bothering me. Okay. Okay. Still live on Twitch and on YouTube. Fucking Match there's a major reason they could collapse in this. The way they have brought and put all the financial risk on the company. No, the way they have been bought puts all the financial risk on the company, not who is buying them. So EA will be in hundreds of millions of debt because of this. Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, that's a big reason why I'd say that this could cause EA's collapse because now because they got bought by another company, but they have to pay off. They got bought off by another company, but they have to pay off all the money, all the costs of that. Oh, we're actually down. Oh, okay. So I really don't. Okay, I've got like 3 more Magnum bullets. Ow, ow, get off, get off, get off, get off. Okay, can I find anything in here? Okay. Pokemon Tubes Nest is now as someone who lives on the other side of the Atlantic where such things are illegal. Makes you wonder how anyone on your side thinks that is a good idea. Oh, it's clearly not. I mean, there's a lot of like every in recent years, anytime like a company has fought just in recent years, almost any time a company is just suddenly shut down, you just look at if you just look into it, you'll find out, oh, they were bought by a private equity firm and they had to suddenly pay, and the company that was bought suddenly had to pay like millions of dollars, even though they were the company that was bought. Like that's how like one of the more famous ones was Red Lobster. That's how they shut down. They were bought by a they were bought by someone else, and then they had to pay for all the costs, and they couldn't. Reserve power control panel. Power can be routed to the areas with insufficient power using these 5 switches. Using all the power may cause a short and cut the power supply. Move it down. This worked the first time, so let me try in the Claire playthrough. So let me try it here. And move it down. I guess move it up. Power supply. Okay. All right. I think I still need something to get in there, though. Hmm. Ah, well, now I feel like a fool for leaving Knifey behind. But it's situations like these where he's out of ammo, where he's surrounded by a undead horde with no ammo for his guns. And it is what convince. I'm gonna restart that whole thing. I was stuttering a lot through that. It's situations like these where he was left surrounded by an undead horde with no ammo left for him that convinced Leon Kennedy to become so good at his melee skills that he could parry chainsaws with a knife. And he learned the ultimate zombie killing arts of the suplex and the roundhouse kick. Playing through this game and then realizing a lot of zombies. Okay, I really need to see if I can like maybe get something else. I used up a lot of my ammo here, so Pokemon Massachusetts, but he is Leon S. Kennedy. His ability to suplex and kick anything in the face. Interesting. So the order I've played these games in is I played Resident Evil. I played the original Resident Evil 4. Then, okay, the Leon Saga, I guess, for Resident Evil. The order I played the Leon Saga of Resident Evil is I played the original Resident Evil 4, then Resident Evil 2 Remake, then Resident Evil 4 Remake, and then original Resident Evil 2, which I'm playing now. And so, one of the things they did looking back at Resident Evil 2 Remake is they kind of like set up the development that Leon gets between like they kind of set up like how Leon becomes the Leon in Resident Evil 4 Remake a bit because they gave him like some of the defensive moves they have, like a durability meter that they could use as defense. They could use a defensive weapon, and like he did in the remake, Leon does make some quips at certain. Leon does make some quips in some situations, but having played original Resident Evil 4, it's very funny going back to this game and seeing that like what this guy becomes in a few years. Going from like he's not a bad character, but he's a great character for this game. Like a guy just starting his first day as a police officer who is incredible, who just suddenly walks into an undead horde. Oh, that's right. I need to use these. I need to use these. That's correct. Yeah, a guy who is suddenly walks into an undead, or just like tries to start his first day as a police officer, only to find that the city is assigned to is suffering from a zombie apocalypse. We're potentially the worst first day of any job ever. So he works right for that, but it's very funny seeing that, like, okay, he starts as the most rookiest of cops here to going to, like, in a few years, because Resident Evil 4 released in. Resident Evil 4 released in 2005, so like 7 years after this. So like he goes from this to like wisecracking, knife flipping, action, secret agent Leon Kennedy. Pokemon Rescues, there is some actual psychological sense for clipping away in high stress situations. It's either a coping mechanism or a sign they're having a complete breakdown. Well, that's actually, like, I've heard that's the reason why Dante makes jokes so much, is because it's a defense mechanism against the situations he's in. Which is a side note. So in between like the before yesterday's stream, I actually out of curiosity looked up like the excuse me. During yesterday's stream, or before yesterday's stream, I actually looked up because I was curious, like any information I could find about like what Resident Evil 4 was like before it became Resident Evil 4. Because I did know the story about like there were multiple prototypes of Resident Evil 4, and one of them was so vastly different from Resident Evil that it ended up becoming Devil May Cry. I was really curious, like, okay, do they have like, were there any gameplay shots of that, or do we have any concept art? And there was a little information, and it was mostly about like the main character who would become Dante, who was like, first of all, he was a guy named Tony Redgrave, and it's very funny because when looking, if you looking at the concept art for it, looking at the concept art for it, this guy who would become Dante, he look he looks almost exactly like Dante. Like long red jacket, white hair, and almost the exact same style. He looks almost exactly like Dante, but they still tried to like balance it in Resident Evil world by saying like, oh, but he's a cop. Like it's really funny. It's really funny to see that like from this prototype they just had Dante, but they're like, oh, but he's fighting zombies. And so now and so from that point I wondered like, okay, what did that I would love to see if we could ever get some gameplay footage or like ever get some full concepts or gameplay footage of what that original concept for RE4 looked like, where it was like really high action and starred like prototype Dante. I'm gonna do some herb mixing. I'd be really curious to see like what exactly that looked like. I would love to see what that looked like. Although I think after like looking up all that information, I kind of realized I think one of the reasons I like Resident Evil 4 Remake so much, to the point where I kind of even like it a little more than the original Resident Evil 4, I kind of wonder if like maybe the reason they increased the action so much for RE4 Remake and like added even more onto the gameplay in the way that they did, like with the parrying system and balancing the gun and balancing out the guns to where like you can almost do different gun builds in Resident Evil 4 Remake. Like you could almost do character builds with what guns you could in that game. I wonder if maybe that was like their idea behind that was like them trying to make almost trying to bring Resident Evil 4 in the remake by making but in the game their gameplay changes the remake kind of bring Resident Evil 4 closer to like the original like closer to that Devil May Cry prototype. Because I think there is definitely, and some games might have already tried to do. There might be already be a game like this, but there is somewhere in between Resident Evil 4 and Devil May Cry and the original Devil May Cry is like the perfect game for me. Somewhere halfway between like the third person behind the shoulder camera uh shooter with tank controls and like mainly relies on gunplay, and then the like set camera angles, mainly melee focus with that first area Resident Evil 4, and then like the mostly melee focused with set camera angles Devil May Cry. Somewhere in between that is like the perfect game for me. Also, if history has shown us anything, those. Okay, so I got this from there. Yeah, if history has shown us anything, it's that those. I guess I'll grab this as well. We're gonna go. Time just goes stabbing. As you were saying, is that if history has shown anything, then the developers for both like the team who worked on Resident Evil 4 and come up with concepts for it, it seems like history has kind of proven that they were right to take Resident Evil 4 in the direction that they were and the direction they did. and not make it like whatever that Devil May Cry prototype was. For one reason, I mean, because Resident Evil 4 ended up becoming like one of the most highly praised games of all time. But specifically because not only did Resident Evil 4 end up becoming one of the most highly praised games of all time, but also because the original Devil May Cry is from what I remember from when I played it, at least in my opinion, from when I played it, it is okay. It's got a it's got a case of like first entry in the series. It's got a case of like first entry in the series where this was a bunch of new ideas they were trying to make work. Wait, did I go the wrong way? I think I went the wrong way. Okay. Yeah, I went the wrong way. Wait, we're just gonna time warp. Fucking Massachusetts says, well, that's just Chris in his boulder punching glory days. You know, the one thing we're missing from one of these Resident Evil games is we need a game where they just let. We need a game from one of these Resident Evil. For one of these Resident Evil if they do another Resident Evil remake, or they bring back one the characters for some. We need one of these games where one of the female characters gets their chance to be utterly ridiculous. Like one of the female main protagonists from Resident Evil gets the chance to be utterly ridiculous. It might have happened in Code Veronica already. I'm not sure because I haven't played Code Veronica yet. Oh wait. It might have already happened in Code Veronica. I'm just not sure. I haven't played that game yet. But I mean, we Leon's got his parrying, parrying crossbow bolts and chainsaws with a knife, and Chris has his boulder punching. We need to give like Jill or Claire like well I guess Ada because she's playable in Resident Evil 4 remake. I guess Ada also has parrying a chainsaw. But for like the yeah for like Jill or Claire, they need something like the they need something like uh they need something like just drop kicking a tyrant's head off. Actually, we could get that if what a lot of people if we do get that Resident Evil 5 remake that people have like that's potentially rumored or has like been hinted at. Oh, I'm messing this up. Okay, still fine. Yeah, if we potentially get that Resident Evil 5 remake. But if they let Sheva be like, from what I've heard, from what I've heard other people say, what they would want in a Resident Evil 5 remake would be like Sheva being the main playable character instead of Chris again. And if they did that, they could actually give Sheva that ridiculous moment. Let Sheva be the person who punches the boulder. Okay, there's knife. Dang it! Leon's knife skills just aren't good enough. I really don't have to use up the magnum bullets here, but I might have to. Now you might be saying, Brawl, can't you just run past the zombies? For any normal person, yes, they could. However, I'm not normal. If an enemy threatens me in Resident Evil, I will kill it. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna have to use the magnum ammo. Pokemaster Q says, you know what we need? Resident Evil by Platinum Games. Or really, alternatively, because Tango Gameworks made their own spiritual successor, or like they didn't exactly make Resident Evil 4. They made basically like their own survival horror game in Evil Within series. Yeah, they made their own survival horror series in like the Evil Within series. And now that I don't know if Tango GameWorks still I don't know if under their new management they have the rights to I don't know if they have the rights to um the Evil Within, but if they do, maybe they could find some way to make Evil Within like sillier. Autopsy room is locked. Club is entering the keyhole. Okay, I need the club key. Fucking match keys, but then the reference in 8 wouldn't work. I mean, the whole like Resident Evil timeline thing is a bit weird anyway, because there's like the original game's timeline, like Resident Evil 1, this version of 2, 3, 4, and then there's like the remakes version of events, like 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I got no clue where like things go. I guess I'll use this. Wasting wasting precious magnum bullets on a basic zombie. I don't think I can go into here yet. Oh, I can go into here yet. Okay. Oh, that's right. There's the dogs. Oh no, it's just Ada. Pokemon says, "How much about Ada? How much about Nine's development have you heard? Not much, really. I've seen like some of the trailers and some of the gameplay footage of it, but I haven't really don't know much about it yet."
Who are you?
Ada Wong.
And what are you doing here?
I'm looking for some guy named Ben. He's one of those reporter types, always looking for a scoop. I heard he was locked up in the cell block, only there's a wrecked car barring the entrance. I've been trying to find another way inside. If we work together, we can move this thing. Give me.
But you just tried to shoot me. Okay, but you did just try to shoot me. Pokemon Master says, just because you were speaking of early design stuff, 9 was really intended to be a Leon game. Huh, interesting. Oh, that I did hear. That I did hear. I did hear about that and the reason why they decided not to go with it. Yeah, I did hear like the original information about that and why I decided not to go with it, which makes sense because they like from what the developers had said that like it was like going to be a Leon game, but they wanted to go with like more of a horror focus, And after Resident Evil 4 and after what Leon's been through in Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil 4 remake, it really it doesn't really seem like, according to what the dev said, it really doesn't seem like he would get scared by much anymore, which makes sense. Sure, again, I know I keep bringing up the knife parrying, but it really is just one of the most standout things. It's a small thing, but it actually is like it's one of the big reasons why I actually prefer why I prefer RE4 remake over original RE4. I just love that knife parry so much. But basically, after a guy figures out how to parry an attack so hard that it causes the guy who's attacking him that it causes the arm of the guy who's attacking him to explode off their body. There's nothing much they could be afraid of. Okay, so we've opened this up. Oh, okay, there's an entire area down here. All right. Okay, Masculine, I wouldn't be surprised if Leon shows up in the ending parts.
Ada, wait!
Let's take a look around here. There's two... Okay, there's a room here. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's bad. Hmm. Unfortunately, I got no bullets, so I have 4 magnum bullets and a knife. Yeah, 4 magnum bullets and a knife. So, is wait, is this film? Is this a film? Hmm. A control panel to release the lock. The lock appears to be open. Okay. Is this where I'm supposed to go? Hmm. Anything in here? Oh, some herbs. Oh, right. Okay, can't carry any herbs. Okay.
Let me guess. You must be Ben, right? Get up, now!
What do you want? I'm trying to sleep here.
Is this the guy?
Ben, you told the city officials that you knew something about what's been going on, didn't you? What did you tell them?
And who the heck are you?
I'm trying to find my boyfriend. His name's John. He was working for a branch office of Umbrella based in Chicago, but he suddenly disappeared 6 months ago. I heard a rumor that he's here in the city.
I don't know anything. And even if I did, why would I want to tell you?
Okay, I say we leave him in there. Does anyone know
Hey,
where they
man.
put the key to this cell?
I have it right here, officer. But I'm not about to leave this cell. Those zombies aren't the only things crawling around out there.
What was
Uh-oh.
that?
Like I said, I'm not leaving this cell. Get out of here before you lead it right to me.
Hey, I'm not going anywhere. I'm the only cop left alive in this building.
What?
Look, if you want to live, then you're gonna have to leave with me.
But do you even know how to get out of the city? There's a kennel in the back of the building. Inside the kennel is a manhole. Go through and it'll lead you to the sewer entrance, but it won't be easy.
All right, I'm going.
Oh, there. Okay. Well, yeah, but we're gonna have to fight our way past some dogs. We can't carry any more items. Oh, okay. Well, I need that to open. I guess I need that to open the coal. Okay, but I also need that clover key. Or the club key. Which, how do I get that? I need the club key and I need that disc. So, hmm. I guess I have to look around. How many? I have 4 magnum shots left. So, okay, what's over here? Is there any way I could go around here? That needs the club key. What's around here? I remember there's being some dogs here in the first variation of this place. Can you lead down? Yes. Hmm. Oh, let's save room right here. Is there anything in here? Okay, I can put that down. I need to develop that film if I'm going to use it. That might be something I need. Okay, I might need to return to the dark room and develop that film. And let's save right here. Hmm. Yeah, just a reminder. If the stream does break down, I'll probably call it there, and I'll just have to figure out some other time to continue this because I haven't even made the schedule for this week's streams, just because it's gonna heavily depend on if I can stream for like how far I can get in here before either the stream ends or the stream shuts down, or before the stream ends or think it shuts down. All right, well, let me go back up here, and then yeah, okay. Let me go put this use this film in the dark room. I'm gonna have to see if I can get the. I need to see if I can get the club key, and also this disc or the card for that card reader. Let's see. I have. Yeah, there's these two rooms here that need the club key. There's a whole bunch of rooms there. Hmm. That room also requires the club key, so yeah, let me go to the dark room and see if I can what I can get from this film. And I guess I'm probably just gonna have to avoid any zombies I run across because I really don't want to use up my magnum ammo. Because I know at some point Mr. X is gonna show up again. Okay, I don't see any ammo around here, so let's go back out here. I guess I need to find another one, like maybe one more of these plugs. Okay, let me head up here. And then over here. Hmm. Just a second, I'm gonna check something. Okay. Hmm. Hopefully there are no zombies that have made their way into the library. I'm gonna expect no, because I don't think no zombie I've met has ever been interested in literature. But okay, let's go around here. And okay, that dark room's on the first floor, so I'll need to make my way through here. I think I've cleared out all the zombies in these hallways, so I should be fine. But if I do see any, I definitely should just run. Yeah, alright. But dang, the knife is even worse than I expected. Like, I know the whole point of the knife is it's like it's a last resort weapon, but it's better to just run than to use it. But dang, they really don't want you to use the knife. They do not like someone on the dev team for this does not like knives. Because it did nothing. It's done nothing to these zombies. Oh, that's right. I dropped the film off. Okay, I need to go pick it up. Right, so it's hmm. Oh, yeah, let me use the film. Oh, that's a different film than what I saw. Film C. Development code T103. Due to accelerated metabolism relative to the earlier 00 series, this subject possesses exemplary regenerative capabilities. Okay. I guess it's just like, yeah, that doesn't really give me anything, though. Okay, I'm gonna...
you.